Hello, my name is Markell and I'm here to speak to you today about my experience at the University of Chichester. I was at the University of Chichester from 2015 all the way to 2019 when I graduated with a 2-1. And these are some of the things that I experienced during my 4 years at university. So within the first year, I gained experience with volunteering at a range of university events and events outside of university. So some of the events that I volunteered for were Rocks in the Park, Westfest, the Festival of Arts. So those are all events that you could potentially do in your final year of university. So it's really good experience to actually go there and volunteer at the event and see what goes really well and what things could be slightly improved. And that really helped me in my final year to know what to do within the events and know how to make my event very successful. Going forward, some of the other events that I volunteered for was at Goodwood Festival of Speed, Goodwood Rivals. So, the university has those connections where you can go and volunteer at their events and also maybe not give feedback to them, but you can write up your own feedback on what you felt went well for you as a volunteer and what might have needed to be improved for you as a volunteer and maybe even as the event as a whole. I also volunteered at the Rag Race, which is another university event, and looking at the health and safety side of that. So all of these events that I volunteered for within my first year really helped me to shape my event experience to gain a wealth of knowledge on what makes a really good event and what might need to be improved. I also went to and attended networking experiences, which is actually key to developing your career in event management. So I went to marketing forums, and during these forums, it's an opportunity to network and help local businesses with their marketing strategy and marketing design and their planning. So even if you're not that great at marketing, it's a way to develop your skills as well. Okay, moving forward. So during my time at university, I also did a placement year. So during my placement year, I went on placement to a company called Amadeus, who sell IT solutions to airline companies. And a fun fact is that we were in more countries than McDonald's. And the reason for that is because every country that you go to needs to have a airline where they can land, and that airline would have a booking system that is potentially managed by Amadeus. So some of our competitors are Sabre and Travelport, but as you can see, Amadeus own the biggest market share in the GDS industry. So what did I do at my placement? What did I learn? Well, as an event management student, I made it very clear that I really want to develop their events and help them with their events and different things like that. And even though it was a marketing executive role, they said, yep, that's fine. We know exactly what you can do. And from the start, I was very busy. So we had a dinner in the Science Museum for over 100 guests to say thank you for being our client and thank you for working with us. We did an ice cream roadshow for the exact same thing, saying thank you to our customers. And then we also attended the BT show, the Business Travel Show. And that is an industry event for the travel industry where you can go and network with other businesses, and they learn about you, you learn about them, and it's a way to gain new clients for Amadeus and for clients to come to us and ask questions about what we're planning to do in the future. Some of the smaller tasks that I've worked on was working with the Sparks Committee, which was a committee that, if there were any office events that need to be planned, I would help them plan that, whether it was a woodland walk, which you can see me doing in the bottom corner, or if it was a dinner with our managing director, a lunch just to answer questions and different things like that. I would be doing that, along with booking flights and hotels for directors. So a lot of our events that we did were abroad, so I would need to book their flights and accommodation and make sure that they know exactly what time their flights are, what accommodation they're booked for, and I needed to know any dietary requirements or special requirements that they needed. And on the odd occasion, I would attend industry events with colleagues and just network and gain knowledge of our clients. So why did I want to do a placement year? Well, it helped to improve my employability, gain further knowledge of not only the travel industry, because that was something that, you know, I was interested in, but didn't know I wanted to be in, but also gain knowledge of the event industry. I wanted to earn some money and gain skills and experience to help my final year. Okay, the final year of my university. So this is the year when you put on a real life event. And there are options that you can have. I chose with my group of 5 other students to do Rocks in the Park, which is a festival to celebrate the Rocks charity and really highlight what they do, which is to raise money and awareness for locals who want to play music and are into music and the arts. So we also had the theme of Moulin Rouge, which had to be fun for the whole family. So we had a lot of dancers, a lot of cabaret, a lot of different things to really highlight that Moulin Rouge theme, but in a way that was fun for the whole family. And that was a really challenging event because, you know, you have 9 months to do everything from sourcing, vetting, all the vendors and caterers, making sure they have the right documents, the right public liability insurance, and everything that they have, the risk assessment, is in line with what the council expects you to do. Sourcing volunteers and training the volunteers, making sure they know all of the risk assessments for the day and they are trained in the case of if any emergency happens, they know exactly what to do. Also sourcing sponsors. So without having a sponsor, it'd be very difficult to put the event on. So we had multiple events to raise money, and I went to the Chichester Chamber of Commerce and I networked with a range of companies, and actually from that we gained a sponsor which helped us raise some money. And also marketing collateral on social media so people know when the event is and what to do. So there's a lot going on for a team of 5 people, but it was a very successful event, and definitely something I would recommend any student that is studying event management to do. Future plans. So for me, I've actually just been offered a job as a conference producer by a company called Mercator Media, and I'll be starting that on the 22nd of March. So whether this video is before or after that date, I might be able to answer some of your questions. Please feel free to contact me. Wendy has my details. And within that role, I will be producing conferences both in the UK and abroad, in webinars and in real life, and it's in the marine industry. So yeah, I'm really excited to start that. And through that, you know, it's through networking through the university that I actually found that role. So I definitely would recommend studying at the University of Chichester, especially event management, because the staff that support you on this course do really well. So yeah, I really enjoyed it and I hope you do too. Thank you.